Do you want me to say something?
Alrighty. No, you're good.
Okay.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Edduh podcast, the Edduh experience, where today we have a little special episode with my friend
Kayla.
And today we're having a little mukbang podcast.
Yeah, mine has less noodles.
I didn't touch mine yet. We probably had the same amount.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so we just came back from
A Hmong student union meeting.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Okay, it was fun. Okay, so it was like dress up as your favorite anime character. And everyone expected Edduh to show out because he's a huge weeb. And that is like his main like personality trait that he introduces himself as. Like if he knows you've watched like an anime, he's like, oh, what animes? Tell me which ones. I don't watch anime. I've just seen him do this to everyone around me.
This is painful.
Yeah, and then basically, so everyone knows he loves anime. A lot of people dressed up. I dressed up. I was Misa from Death Note. And then our other friends, yeah, they dressed up. So disappointed to see that Edduh just wore his normal clothes today.
Oh.
Like, he didn't wear his anime cosplay, even though he owns, like, 5.
No.
It would have been the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
And now he said he's just going to wear it next meeting when no one else is.
Yeah, so Kayla's right. It was anime day, and I was really excited because I was like, this is crazy, like, anime themed day, like, this meeting was made for me. And I was telling Kayla that beforehand. And I was thinking, I was like, yeah, well, I might be able to pull something off. I don't really know right now. But what ended up happening was, I had my test, but that I only slept 4 hours for, did my test, came back to my apartment, blinked, slept for 4 hours, like realized I was like
you
late
slept for like more than 4 hours.
Was it more than 4 hours?
Okay, he texted me.
God damn.
What time did your class ends at 10:20?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Did you take the first bus home?
Yes. I
Okay,
think so.
then you get home, 10:40, lights out. You wake up at 4. That's like 5.5 hours. Pushing 6. You slept like a full night's sleep during the day.
Yeah. I did. But it was necessary then, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I slept forever. And then I didn't have time to come up with an anime cosplay or like find some things in my apartment that just worked out. But yeah. You saying right now that like I'm like the biggest anime like fucking oh my god.
No, you are though.
Yeah,
like that I know.
Yeah, I'm like looking around my room. It's like if you come into my room, it's like I'm not hiding it, but
He's not hiding it when he's outside of his room either.
What?
What do you mean? Okay, he has like 4 anime keychains on his backpack, an anime pin right on his like strap.
Oh
so that's the
God.
first thing you see if he's wearing his backpack and he's talking to you. And then his phone case is anime.
God,
and then
wait,
despite the phone case, when you take it off, there's an anime sticker on his phone. Like raw on the phone. It's a sticker. And yeah.
Wait, so if oh god, if you just saw me walking down the street like
Yes.
oh no. Oh no.
What do you mean?
No.
You should have expected that.
No,
You
you're
have
right.
anime
Right.
stuff.
I do. I thought it was more subtle. I guess it wasn't.
Oh my god, what made you think it was subtle? You have to own it.
Oh god. Oh my god. Well, I guess I just like what I like, but I didn't really. This is a little eye-opening for me. But yeah, so we just came back from the meeting. I had a little. What is it? I did a presentation today.
Slam Jam.
Yeah, we did a Slam Jam, which is like a member of the meeting kind of thing, where I was like selected to go up and talk about who I was and where I came from. So I basically gave the rundown of the first episode of the little podcast you're watching. And I would be, what is it? After that, I talked about this little scar I have on my hand. We'll get into that later. And yeah, talked about this podcast and showed the clip I have, and yeah. But
he listed every hobby he listed is something that he's done like once. His hobbies were skiing, that he's done twice.
I had a good time.
Hiking, that he's done once.
I had a good time.
Podcast, there's one episode out.
God damn, Kayla, you're just roasting me. You're just roasting me. This whole episode.
But like, I honestly, like, it's like admirable that like you call them hobbies when you've done them once. Like, now I'm gonna start doing that.
Oh my god.
No, like, I'm gonna start doing that.
Okay. So what are your hobbies?
I baked a pie once last year. I'm a baker. That's my hobby. I like to bake.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you made a cake last year?
I made a pie last year for my boyfriend, and then
sounds yummy.
We had to make, not had to, but we baked things for a bake sale for Hmong and Health. And yeah, I might be baking something this weekend though.
What did you make for Hmong and Health again?
Cake pops.
Oh.
It was hell. It was hell making them, because like my boyfriend had to help me throughout the whole process, because I just chose cake pops.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the last people.
I've never made cake pops before.
I was one of the last people to sign up. I didn't know. Okay, so when you bake a cake, you have to cut off the bread part that has touched the air, like the brown part. Right? You know?
That sounds kind of... Nope.
You cut that off.
Okay.
Okay, but you take the inside cake and you mix it with frosting.
My favorite part is like the burned parts of the cake, though.
Okay.
Is that the burned part, or do you have to...
the burned part is good, but you can't put that in the cake pop, or else it won't
stick.
Okay,
for the cake pop, yeah. That makes sense.
So you mix it with frosting, and you have to chill. You have to let that chill for like 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
That sounds fine, right? But I live with like 3 girls who love to cook, so like my section of the fridge is so tiny. I was only able to chill like 10 cake pops at a time. Oh. And I had to make 50.
Oh,
so it was,
my God.
And then like you frost it, and then you let it sit, and you have to like let it sit. Like we cut open a box and poked holes in it for the cake pops to sit on.
Oh my goodness.
After like icing it.
That is so much work, actually.
Yeah, and my boyfriend hated me because I did it all the night before, and then he had to help me get it to school.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And Eddie had his mom bake it for him.
No. Actually.
He had his mother bake.
No.
For him.
It's even worse than that.
Did you buy it? And you told us that your mom baked it?
I didn't bake that banana bread.
Who did? You bought it?
We got it from Walmart.
Oh my god. Everyone like loved it.
I know, it was so popular. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing again. And I'm gonna say that I baked it.
That's so fucked up.
So yeah, for our Hmong and Health Club, we're having a bake sale where all the cabinet members had to go out and like find something to bake. But I had never baked anything before.
Oh my god, I was slaving away.
It sounds like
Jesus,
it.
I can't believe you bought something.
Yeah, so what ended up happening was it's gonna tilt to the right now.
No, it's not.
Okay, but what ended up happening was so everyone had to bake some cake or a baked item, and I never baked anything, so I selected banana bread. But
the way you said it was so funny.
It came out of my mouth and I was like, banana bread. I was like, what the hell? And I was like,
no, that's just how he talks.
My bad. But yeah, so I selected banana bread because I heard it was easy. So I was cooking it, or no, I wasn't. I wasn't cooking it. So then I was doing an essay. I told my parents like, wait, shit, I have to go get banana bread. I have to make banana bread for the bake sale because I'm an officer. And then they're like, oh, you don't have any time. You have to go back to campus. And I was like, I know. So then I ended up going to Walmart, walking through the aisles, and then they have like a freshly baked section that they have like all their breads over there, and they had banana bread there, and I was like, this is perfect. And my mom had little goodie bags that like we were able to individually wrap them into, so it makes it look like
you baked it.
And every single person who took the banana bread, like they said,
it was so
it
good.
was really good. Yeah, they're like, you made this? It's like so moist, and it's like it's like so professional. Like I wouldn't be mad if this was in a bakery. And I was like, yeah, I made it.
My roommate made banana bread this morning.
Oh, they made it in the morning. Maybe this time I will make.
What did you say you're gonna bake? Because I'm baking Cinnabons.
Oh, that sounds so good. I might just say I'll do banana bread again.
Stop!
But then maybe I'll make it this time.
That's like a hard thing to do your first time baking.
I heard it was easy though.
From who?
I don't know. I've never made it.
You're just like making it up.
No. I've heard. Banana bread is good or easy to make, and carrot cake is easy to make, is what I've heard. I've made carrot cake before actually.
Oh, you said you never baked before.
I did it for a project, so it was really just like me following someone else's recipe. And they were like leading
That's
me
still
throughout the whole thing.
baking.
Yeah, I guess I baked before then. I baked before. But yeah, so I didn't make banana bread.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, what is it? I wanted to ask, do you? Why? Why are you laughing? What are you laughing at?
The Post-it note. You're just holding it so close.
Kayla. Yeah, I wanted to ask.
Okay, just ask.
Do you remember how we met?
I have like 3 instances, but I feel like.
Oh, okay.
But we met.
I
these all
remember.
happened all around the same time, so I don't know which one happened first.
Okay.
So the first one it could be is he actually. Okay, the Slam Jam he talked about today was the first thing I met him by.
Oh.
It was the exact same Slam Jam presentation.
Okay.
And I remember being wait.
That's so
What did you do?
awkward. Okay. Well, I'll fix that. Oh, that's so. What the hell?
It's fine.
What the hell?
Okay.
Why is it like that though? Oh shoot. Oh my.
Should I keep talking?
Yeah. No, I keep it all in.
Okay.
Guys, my gimbal isn't working correctly.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Basically, he came in, and I had never seen him before, and everyone knew him. By this point.
Did they? No,
least...
I think only Maddie knew me. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. Cause I was. Oh no! So I met Ansel, and then he showed me to the club and everything, and then so I met like Kensha once.
Wait, how did you meet Ansel?
I met Ansel because we were in the same English class. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Wait,
and then you joined the club because of Ansel?
Yeah, because I told him that I was in the monks.
The monk clinic.
The monk clinic, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's back. It's working again.
Okay, so basically, at least the people I knew Eddie. And he walked in and everyone was like saying hi to him. And I was like, okay, who is he? Like, he doesn't look
Who is this
Hmong.
random guy? I don't look Hmong.
No. You don't look Hmong.
Put in the comments what I look. I'm just kidding.
No, you don't look Hmong. At first I thought you were white. And then...
Okay.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
That's
actually insane. I look white?
Not even. I thought you were Asian maybe, but like
I could maybe see Asian, maybe.
Okay, yeah, but I mentioned this to him so many times. The first time you gave this presentation, like the first picture on the slide was a selfie, and you were wearing the exact same shirt, like in person. Like there was like two pictures that had the same shirt, and I mentioned it to our friend Maddie.
Yeah.
And then Eddie was sitting in the row in front of us, so he heard, and then he just started laughing.
I like looked at you guys, and I like looked at my shirt, and I was like, oh shit, wait, it's true.
And then he was just like really bubbly and energetic. Another time I met him, but like I don't know, this was like definitely later, but I met him at round 1, the arcade.
Yeah.
Which was also Hmong club related and clinic related, because I had just joined the clinic that we're both in.
That is crazy.
And it was just like a little social, and I still hadn't talked to him yet, like in a sober state. But in the picture, when we looked back at it, we're standing next to each other.
Yeah, which is so crazy.
Because I didn't know him at all.
That whole thing was like pretty interesting because I was there with Chris, and then now Maddie. That's so crazy. You'll have to wait till the Maddie episode to hear that story. But yeah, so basically what ended up happening was I went with my like really close friends who I also did a podcast episode with, and then we were just doing a round 1 because we talked about going to round 1 for a while now, and we did karaoke over there too, which is super fun.
That same day?
Actually, I don't think it was the same day. But yeah, so we did. We went to round 1, and then we saw like the whole HSU there, which is like totally unplanned. And yeah, I guess me and Kayla have a picture before like we were really like good friends, which is like so silly.
Yeah, and Ansel's behind us, but Maddie's behind us. So
Yeah.
Okay, the other time, I think this is the actual
I think,
first time
okay, I was going to say,
you.
I think, because the story you're about to say, I think, is the actual first time.
Okay, so one of my friends, Julia, was just having like a 21st birthday party. And she was in clinic before I was, so I knew it was going to be a lot of people I didn't know. And I went with my really good friend, Maddie. She comes up a lot. So we both like went to this birthday party, and Maddie knows everyone. Because it's everyone from clinic. I only know Maddie and like Julia, the birthday girl. And then Eddie walks in. Somehow everyone knows Eddie because like he's just like a celebrity in clinic, I guess. He's very like charming and charismatic. So that's why like people know who he is. Everyone was talking to him. My good friend Maddie was talking to him, and the first thing I just said to him was like, "You should take a shot." Like he didn't even take off his shoes, and I didn't even learn his name. I was like,
I literally just walked into the party.
I was like, you should come take a shot.
That was such a crazy party because I had clinic like early in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I went to the party, with Lillian. Took off my shoes, and then. Yeah, no, and then Kayla, I went over to Maddie because I saw Maddie, and I was like, Maddie, what's up? And she's like, then I saw Kayla, and then Kayla was like, you should take a shot, and I was like, I'd love to take a shot.
And then he's just like really, he'll do whatever you tell him.
Yeah. Do you remember the shot?
He's very lenient, I guess. I was gonna say submissive, but I couldn't think of another synonym. But basically, I was like, "Get on your knees," and then I just poured the alcohol.
Okay, well that sounds no. Okay, well, fucking, you gave zero context. Okay, get on your knees.
No, I said like, take a shot, and you.
No, because what happened was they didn't have any shot glasses. I walked into the party. I was like,
they were all gone.
And then you guys were like, oh, they don't have any shot glasses, and I was like, oh, and then you're like, you know what? Get on your knees and I'll feed it to you. And I was like, huh? I was like, oh, okay.
No, you were so down.
Yeah, I think I was down. I was like, okay. And then so she had to like pour the shot into my mouth, and like
I gave him like 3 shots.
It was a lot more than just one. But yeah.
And I hung out with you and a few people a lot that night. I feel like I hung out with you a lot that night, even though I just met you. And I kept pouring shots down his throat. And, like, the bottle was, like, in his mouth. Like, it was so unsanitary.
Dude. Yeah,
but I was, like, already intoxicated, and no one was taking the bottle from me. So, you know, I just kept going. And Eddie kept enjoying it, so.
I remember that I have, like, a clip on my phone of, like, Kayla pretending to be a bunny. Like, just, like, drunk,
is,
like, trying to be a bunny.
The thing is, like, when those moments happen where I do something really fucking weird, I'm like, I hope this doesn't follow me. Okay? And I was like, okay, this is not gonna follow me. It's some random fucking guy I'm never gonna talk to again. And then, like, he pulls it up, like, every 3 months.
Oh, dude, I remember. Okay, and then, so, it's so funny because, like, the next time Kayla and I, like, really talked was, like, after she got into clinic. She was shadowing. And then we were talking about, like, you're like, yeah, I think we know each other. And then so I was like going through my phone. You're like, oh yeah, we were at that one party, and I was like, that one party. And then I scrolled, and then I found the video, and I was like, this is you. That's you.
Yeah.
No, it's just such a.
No, the bunny video is like so haunting.
God, it's such a funny little video. Such a funny experience.
I was so drunk.
But I had a lot of fun that night. Especially like getting able to like meet you and hang out with everybody.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was so fun. I remember. Do you remember what you said to me at Julia's party?
No. What did I say?
At the end of the night, right? Okay, I was leaving with some other girls. I won't like spill too much of that story, but you were helping me trying to find my shoes. Because my friend, she had Air Forces.
Oh my God, wait, that was you.
Yeah, white Air Forces.
I remember
and
now.
Everyone, there was like 30 pairs of white Air Forces that when we first took our friend to the car, she's also drunk, but like more drunk than me. She's wearing Air Forces, but they're two different sizes. One is like a size 8 and the other is like a men's size 12. Like it's like comically different.
Oh, it is insane.
So we come back and we're looking for it. Turns out my shoes were actually there. You were like trying to help me because I wore red Birkenstocks to the party.
Oh.
And there were some in front of me and I was like, you came up to us and was like, what are you trying to find? Like the size 7.5 white Air Forces, but apparently like all these Asian girls have the same shoe size, same shoe. And we were like, there was like 3 pairs that were the same size. So we were like, okay, which one is yours? Like, is it the clean one, the slightly scuffed one, or is it like the dirty one? And she like couldn't tell us.
That's crazy.
So we had to like go up to like random girls, like, is this your shoe?
That's insane, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what the funny thing is that like you weren't actually the first person who I said that to like that night. Because there's another like one of my other friends was also like looking through the like mountain of white Air Forces, like was like putting on her shoes and had 2 different size shoes on. And she's like, this is it. There's no other white Air Forces. Like, mine are gone. And I was like, you lost your fucking shoes. And then it turned out like somebody like took them and like walked off to, or not walked off, but like they drove over to Cane's and like they were at Cane's with their shoes and then they had to go get to Cane's and like swap shoes. And I was like, gosh.
No, it was a huge debacle because Maddie left Julia's with Julia's Birkenstocks instead of mine.
Really?
Yeah, so mine were at the party.
Gosh.
And I remember looking at them like, oh, these, I don't know anyone else who has these.
Yeah.
Because they're just like such an ugly color. I'm like, I don't think these are popular. I don't know. I don't think another person would have it. Okay, anyways, what you said, you came up to me and you were like, oh my God, Kayla, you're so nice.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
It was cute.
Yeah, I guess it.
I was like, okay, I'm never gonna see him again.
I think I do that when I'm drunk, but I think you were actually really nice that night. I remember.
I'm nice always.
And I remember, I think it's like you offering to pour me a shot, like when we first met. I was like, oh, thanks. Yes, I would like one. But yeah, that's actually a lot more details than I remembered the first time when I was first thinking about it. But yeah, I guess that is how we met. So, the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, so you know that I grew up in a bunch of different places, right? Okay, this is all. I'm so bad at transitioning. Okay, so I grew up in a million different places. Went to a million different schools, and so I said that on my podcast, and then so Kayla watched my episode, and she was like,
I texted him. It was during winter break, and I was like, "Did you know that I've also moved a bunch of places?"
and I was like, "We're talking about this on the podcast."
Okay, so, I moved around a lot because of my dad's job. When I was like in kindergarten and preschool, my parents just like to move around too. My dad was he was still in med school when I was like 4 and 5. He didn't graduate until I was like 6 or 7.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So my parents, they had me pretty young, or not that young, but like they were still like in school when they had me, or at least my dad was in med school, which is pretty hard to juggle having like a family and also going to med school.
No, that sounds insane.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy.
Yeah. Okay, where was I? Okay. I'm just thinking of all the trauma that I've endured at each school. Okay, so in kindergarten, I went to a predominantly black elementary school in like it's in like northern Minnesota or like northeastern Minnesota, like a little closer to Minneapolis, but I was like locked in a locker.
Wait, what?
Oh, but like God. It wasn't that long.
How long?
Like maybe 40 minutes. But
dude,
like
that. Oh my God,
it's pretty long for like a 5-year-old.
No, that is long even if if I'm like right now if I was locked in a locker.
I was like very like quiet and shy, and I just like didn't make noise. Like I was just like, oh yeah, someone will come for me. I'm sure someone will come.
Someone will notice I'm gone.
Yeah, and they did. They opened my locker, and I was just like,
what happened? Did somebody put you in?
My friend was like, do you think you'll fit in? And I was like, yeah. And then she left me.
Dude, that's fucked up.
I closed it, and she was like, you should try to get out.
No.
And so I tried to get out, and she was like, okay, wait, I have to go. And I was like, okay. So I just stayed in the locker.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I basically just moved around a lot in Minnesota because my parents loved getting a better deal. Like if they
which makes sense, right?
They loved to rent for 1 year and then we move to a different rental.
Really?
Like a cheaper rental, because both my parents growing up, they lived in the same house their whole lives, like after they immigrated here. Like until they went to college. So they like really enjoyed living in new spaces and like figuring out how to format their furniture in a new area. Like that was fun for them.
That sounds kind of stressful though, right? Like extra hassle, I think.
Yeah, but like it wasn't that stressful for me as a kid because I didn't have to do any work.
Okay.
And same for my brother. And my mom was pretty strict about like me having like play dates and stuff, so I never had like emotional connections to other like classmates like in elementary school.
No.
So I was like fine with moving because I would always just have like surface level friendships.
I had also had surface level friendships because I had to move around a lot, but some of my friends that I like met in other states, like I'm still in contact with.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry that it wasn't the same for you.
No, I do have certain friends.
Okay.
So from kindergarten, there's Camilla Tran. I actually tried to reach out to her not that long ago because I had her dad's phone number written down on some miscellaneous piece of paper, and I
found one day.
I found it like in my mom's, like she has a huge bin of like
phone numbers.
No, me and my brother's like stuff from our childhood.
Oh yeah, I think all parents have those.
And I found it. I tried to call it. It didn't. It was disconnected.
Oh.
But yeah, so I moved around like a lot in Minnesota. I
Okay.
just went to a bunch every year, new school. And then 4th grade, we moved to Wisconsin.
That's interesting.
Or like the end of 3rd grade. Like my parents,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like advanced in elementary school.
That's good.
I know. So they didn't I
You
was
were
I
a
was
gifted kid.
I was gifted in math and science, but not English.
Wow.
I was so bad at English.
Oh.
But that's why my parents felt okay with pulling me out of school like mid-school year,
Okay.
because I would like pick it up pretty fast, and it didn't matter at all in elementary school,
Okay.
because they're like, okay, can she read? Is she like competent? Like, yeah, she can go to the next grade.
Oh, okay.
But
I guess it worked out then, but
yeah, we moved to Wisconsin at the end of 3rd grade is when I got into a private school. And I had to go to a private school. I already told Eddie this, but it was because my parents had to sue like the Wisconsin public school district.
such an insane story.
know.
Such a crazy story. You'll have to wait for the next one.
Basically, private school, it was fine, but they act really different. There's a dress code. You can only wear like what you want on Fridays.
How was your dress code like?
So no spaghetti straps.
Yeah, I feel like
Makes
that's like
sense,
every school too.
But it has to be like an inch, like this.
Oh,
the
so
tank
there are.
top. You can wear a tank top.
Oh,
It has to
okay.
be like this thick though.
They're gonna measure it with a
Yeah,
ruler.
and then no neon colors. Only like muted pastel, like basically like
Wow.
navy blue, light blue, white, khaki, black. Like those are the acceptable colors. Like
Interesting.
we didn't really have a uniform, but you had to wear like the same like uniform-esque clothing to make it more open, so you don't have to buy like the same uniform and wash it a bunch. But on Fridays you could wear whatever you wanted, and I always wore jeans. I don't know, I loved jeans when I was a kid.
That's fun. That's
Yeah,
fun.
so I would wear jeans and a sweatshirt. But it's funny because I don't know why they were so strict. Like, but some kids on Fridays would still wear the private school like dress code. Oh, also you can't have nail polish.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
No individuality.
Mhm.
That's like. Well, that's like a lot more than I would think actually. In middle school, I went to a not private school, a charter school, and then they made you like also dress up in a uniform. So we had to wear like, it wasn't so bad, but we had to wear a collared shirt, either white, the American colors, white, blue, or red. And then we had to wear khaki shorts or khaki pants. And I'm pretty sure that's it. So, but I got around, like, I got away with it. I got to wear a lot of hoodies, and I just, like, pretended it was cold, but it'd be, like, summer, and I guess, like, I just grew so attached to my hoodie. I actually still have it. What is
Okay.
it? It's, like, my comfort hoodie.
It's on your bed?
No, wait, it's right here. It's right here. It's worse. It's on my chair. What is
Boba
it?
shop.
This was, like,
That's what you wore?
yeah, this was,
Wait,
like,
how old were you? How old were you? Was this like your senior year?
I like wore this until like college second year.
Welcome to my boat. It's like cute.
Yeah, it is cute. And what is it?
It's actually super cute.
It's pretty iconic too. Like everybody recognized me from wearing like the hoodie. And I would wear this like every day back in middle school. Then get it washed. Every week, I think.
Okay.
And then I'd also wear it back in high school too. But this is like the Eddie look.
This is your comfort hoodie.
I have like a million pictures of me in this hoodie.
Why don't you wear it more now?
Because I started working out, and it feels tighter now.
He's too small now.
Yeah, I just started working out, so I can't really wear it anymore. But I could put it on right now.
Okay, put it on.
Really, the Eddie 2015 look.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Classic Eddie.
In middle school, I also had a sweatshirt. I would wear every day.
Really?
It was a North Face purple fleece
Wait,
zip up.
That's fire.
No, it was not zip up, but like it went all the way down, and
That's
it was
fire.
It had like a hot pink zipper. Oh yeah, yeah. Now you really look like you have a
Middle schooler.
podcast. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's not that tight.
No, it's it used to be baggier though, and the baggier look
It's
I think looked better.
mhm.
Now it's like, you know, like, if you look up like men's fashion, all the white guys with like the tightest hoodies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I like baggy looks.
This is yeah, my.
You look so like nerdy.
My death scene.
What?
Oh.
I thought you liked looking nerdy. That's why you got glasses. That's the only reason he wears his glasses. So he can look nerdy. He told me that.
There are so many things like I tell Kayla, and I don't think that she's gonna tell anybody else. And she goes out and I'm on my podcast.
Okay, I'm not telling anyone else. I'm just bringing it up again.
Oh no
with
no no!
you.
I'm joking, but I'm just like shocked whenever you like do say something like that. I was like, Kayla, I thought I only told you that. But it's all good. It's all good.
I just have a good memory.
I wanted to ask. I think Cedric just came home too.
Mm-hmm.
What were your favorite things about growing up in the East Coast?
I grew up in the Midwest, but thanks. I'll answer anyways. Come in.
Cedric.
Just come in.
Hello, podcast.
Hello.
Welcome our special guest Cedric to the podcast.
Hello, people. Hello, people. The YouTubes.
Today, we're talking about the usual stuff, how we met, and also
He just asked me to tell him about how it was like growing up on the East Coast.
Oh yeah, because you're from Michigan.
I'm from Minnesota, but that's
Minnesota.
that's the
same
big-
thing, bro.
No, I was born in Michigan.
Oh,
wait, really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I don't know because I only lived there until I was 4.
Oh.
bye,
Bye,
YouTube.
Cedric. See you soon. See you soon.
See you in like 15 minutes.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
And we're back. Yeah. So, what are your favorite things about growing up in the Midwest?
I really enjoy like growing up around the lakes.
Mm.
There's a lot of lakes in Minnesota, 10,000/ more.
Wait, actually,
Yeah.
there's 10,000 lakes in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's why it's called the land of 10,000 lakes.
I don't know anything about
It's
Minnesota.
it's on my license plate, Eddie.
Uh,
The license plate that's on the car that drives you everywhere. Okay,
Yeah.
and
So
then-
tell me about these lakes.
They're kind of dirty.
Mm.
Some of them are dirty, some of them are clean.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like something I really enjoyed in Minnesota was 4th of July, because like people are just patriotic there, I guess. Like the fireworks show, and like I don't know. I know we don't like 4th of July, but like it's so like fun to celebrate like when you live in Minnesota.
How are the
because
fireworks over there? Are
The
they way better?
fireworks are a lot better in Wisconsin because
Really?
they have more fireworks that are legal.
Mm.
There's some fireworks that aren't allowed in Minnesota. Like sometimes people will drive to Wisconsin to buy fireworks to bring them back to Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah, the fireworks shows are so much better in Wisconsin because the laws
Sounds
are
good.
not as finalized.
Not. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you want one?
sure.
Yeah. So well, how would you rate California's fireworks? Have you been to Disneyland yet?
But I've been to Disney World.
Okay. Oh, and you've seen their fireworks? Well,
Yeah.
I bet, yeah, the Disney World fireworks are way better than the Disneyland
I've actually
fireworks.
never seen any California fireworks because I've never been somewhere where there have been fireworks.
There are fireworks in Vacaville.
Okay, I guess I'll go to Bangkok.
The-
But I think California is a little bit more cautious because
No, we
of all
definitely are,
the fires.
yeah.
What else? Oh, I think people are nicer in Minnesota.
Mm.
Like, have you
Really?
have you heard of Minnesota Nice?
No,
Okay, well,
I
it's
don't know
a
anything about
thing.
Minnesota.
It's a thing, and I'd say in general, people are a little bit nicer, compared to just California, because I haven't lived anywhere else other than Wisconsin, California, and Michigan,
Okay.
and Minnesota.
Wow.
Michigan and Wisconsin are like a little bit different. Michigan folk, I guess, are just like
Folk.
they're not necessarily
Yeah.
mean, but they're not nice. Wisconsin, they're a little nice, but not as nice as Minnesotans.
Okay.
And then
So
it's just because like little things they'll do.
yeah. I wanted to ask like what
Um,
makes them so nice.
For example, every time I fly home to Minnesota, no matter what, like I have a carry-on and I put it above my seat.
Mm.
No matter what, someone always asks if they can get it for me.
You do the same thing.
I'll do it like to a woman,
Mm.
but not to a man.
Yeah.
I'll do it to someone if I think I can carry it. Like if it's a mom with kids or a dad with kids, like I'll say like, "Oh, do you need me to grab that?" But I'm not that strong.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, people all not here, not in California.
No, California was busy with their own stuff.
I think like in California, like people never say like thank you, which isn't a big deal.
Mm.
It's not a big deal, but you notice it.
But in Minnesota, it's like
Yeah,
a big
like,
deal.
It's not a big deal. You just notice it because it's just a normal thing. People always say thank you. Like if you open the door for them, if you grab something for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes in California, they're not necessarily nice or mean. They just don't do anything. Like if you open the door for someone, they don't say anything.
Oh,
Like it's just
that's
silent.
interesting. I would be interested in going to Minnesota. I think just to
Test the theory.
yeah, I guess kind of test this theory and also see these 10,000 lakes.
Yeah.
When you were talking,
No, you go.
when you were talking about like some of the lakes like being really dirty, I wanted to say I was like, well, if there's 10,000 of them, some of them got to be like the crappy poopy lakes.
Mm-hmm. No, there are crappy poopy lakes, like the man-made lakes, but there are some really nice like freshwater lakes. There's a lot of lakes, and there's 3 that are really like special to me, I guess, because those are the
Really?
ones that I grew up around.
Okay.
So it's Lake of the Isles. That's where the rich people live.
Always
It's like
the rich people
that.
lakes.
Also, another thing is just like driving around is so fun in Minnesota.
Why? Wait, because all the nature?
Driving around, the nature and
Mm.
just driving around the lakes. I feel like that's just an activity everyone does because there's nothing else to do in the winter.
Damn, that sounds
But
kind of
no,
fun though.
no one wants to drive around here in California.
Because we're driving, because it's so expensive.
I know.
Gas
It
is, like,
makes
400 times,
sense,
like, more
but it's like
expensive.
so therapeutic. And like my friends and I, we would just drive around for hours around the same 3 lakes. So Lake of the Isles is very aesthetic because it's where the rich people live. All the houses are like $1 million to $3 million, and it's so huge. Like $1 million to $3 million, the houses are huge in Minnesota. Like it's so like extravagant. There's so much detail.
Interesting.
Like $1 million house in California just looks like a normal suburban house.
Yeah.
In
It's
Minnesota.
Wow.
But in Lake Makaska, it used to be called I can't remember the original name, but they changed it because
It's
I
too
think-
long.
no, it was after a slave owner.
Oh. Change that shit. Change
Yeah,
that shit.
so now it's Lake Makaska, and then there's
Makaska.
Lake Harriet. Lake Harriet is where the hipsters go to walk around because they have ice cream.
Oh. I love ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, so, why do they have ice cream though? Is it like
No, there's
famous for ice cream or?
no, they just have like snacks. It's
Okay.
like more popular for like families because they have little things. Like they have a band shell where people can perform.
That sounds really nice, actually. No, I guess I don't really know anything about any Midwestern states.
You really don't know anything?
No, my
about-
geography is so bad. It's so
He
bad.
thought I was from the East Coast.
Guys, where is Minnesota? Okay. So you were talking about how you lived in all these other states. I
Mhm.
wanted to ask, what would you rank all the states that you've lived in,
Okay.
and why?
Okay. It's hard because I like California and Minnesota for so many different things.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I would want to tie them. Am I
Really?
allowed to?
Yeah, sure, you can tie them.
Okay, I'll
yeah.
tie California and Minnesota for number one because
Okay.
I don't know. I love living in California because of the weather
Yeah.
and like
The weather is much better than the Minnesota, I can imagine.
What's so annoying though is like everyone around me is from California.
Yeah.
Or they're from a warm climate. My roommates are international students from Indonesia.
Oh.
Like today and yesterday I was like, oh, the weather's so nice. Like I was put in a bad mood
It was so cold.
because my TA was like, guys, I'm sorry that you guys had to come out to discussion while it's freezing out. And I'm like, it's 40 degrees and it's drizzling.
It's so
like,
cold.
Can
What are you talking
about? Like all these people are acting like
No.
they're about to die of hypothermia.
It is freezing and it is wet.
Yeah, but it's like you knew that coming to Davis.
Yeah.
Okay, like
yeah.
like the point of you coming to college in a different place from where you grew up is to endure the temperature and the weather there.
Okay.
Like it's a new place, it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Also, it's not that far from where you live, so I don't know why you're bitching and complaining.
Oh, it's
Like it's so
whoa.
annoying to hear people complain about like 40 to 50 degree weather. It's like I get it's chilly, but they act like they're dying. Like when people are too dramatic,
Oh,
it's
I'm not
annoying.
dying.
Okay, not you, but
Thank-
like other people around me, it would just put me in a bad mood because I'm like, I thought it was nice out today, and now my reality is shifting.
It's not so nice.
Okay, and then Wisconsin at number 2, and then Michigan at number 3, because I don't really remember Michigan,
Okay.
but I hate Michigan.
Oh.
Because of when I go
Why?
visit, I hate the highways.
Oh.
They're so different and gross. The highways are
Yeah.
different in every state.
Sounds like Merced.
No, it's not. It's not Merced. Michigan's highways are unlike any other state I've
Wait,
been
really?
in.
But why?
Because they'll have like stoplights like in the middle of a highway, and then like you can do U-turns on the highway.
What?
Like, it's weird. I don't know. And, like, I just hate the
Oh.
way the intersections are set up.
Yeah.
Like, every time I visit, it's, like, it feels so gross.
Does it just take longer to get to places because everything's like so
I feel-
everywhere, or?
No, it doesn't take that long to get to places. There's usually not that much traffic, or at least when I visit. But, it just feels like long car rides to me because my family lives in different areas of Michigan.
So you just like been there too many times and like gone all throughout, like visiting everything, and it's like not so fun for you.
I mean, it's fine, but like, no, like I love visiting Michigan to see my family, but like I hate the layout of the cities. Like I hate the layout of the
Why?
concrete.
How are they?
It's just like it feels so unnatural and
No,
wrong.
really?
Because they
What's
just
wrong with
do
Michigan?
weird like bridges and like I just
Oh.
like don't like the exits to the highway. It's like
Okay.
very different from Minnesota.
Yeah. It's like a bizarre world, huh?
Yeah, but like really bizarre.
Oh,
like
okay.
more bizarre than California,
Really?
to me at least.
That's
How would you rank the states you've lived in?
That's a good question. So I really have only lived in California, Arizona, and Washington D.C. But I've lived in different cities throughout them too. But I would say
Okay, me too.
no, you're right. No, you're right. Honestly, you could probably go on forever if you had to live all the cities. I wanted to say like you talking about all this different like cities you've lived in and everything, and like you having to like move every year just because your parents like enjoyed that whole process. I thought that was really interesting because everybody who I've ever met who had to move a lot was usually only doing it because of military. And it was the same with me too.
No, my parents are just crazy. They just love living in different houses.
Which
like,
is
it's so niche.
It's so unique.
It's
yeah,
so
it's so
niche.
so niche.
Like it does take a lot of work to move every year, and it's expensive because my parents would hire.
they would hire people.
Sometimes they would hire people if we had a lot of stuff,
Okay.
or we would usually just rent a U-Haul.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
still, like, it is a lot of work,
Yeah.
and it's like you never like can make a place truly feel like home.
Oh,
like,
100%.
you
yeah.
can't like put nails in the wall, or I don't know. You can't like. You have to just like be really clean.
No, it was the same thing with me too. Whereas like I was in the house, and I knew I was only gonna be there for 1 year, right? So it's like the house would feel home-ish, but like we would have a lot of our stuff just in boxes, like in the garage or like around the house, because we knew we were gonna like, in just a year we're gonna move everything back up and move around. So, yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing for me. But yeah, like I was saying, everybody, I think it's like very unique to you that you had parents who just like wanted to move around a lot.
Yeah, they're so funny for that.
Little quirky.
They're so quirky.
But for me, I would say, top places I've lived in, I guess Arizona would have to be the last one.
Why?
'Cause it's so hot.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like you were talking about like I'm bitching about like 50-degree weather and everything, but no, in Arizona, like I feel like you're allowed to bitch because the weather over there will get to like honestly I think like upper 110s, and then so when it got to like 100 degrees or 105 or even like upper 100 like up to like 10 or something, people would be partying. Like that's like when Arizona people like they have a really exciting time just like doing whatever and like going out at that time, and then it was super interesting coming over to California, and I guess it was the same thing where you're saying like it's really cold, people are bitching. I was like, no, when people it's like 80 degrees over here, or it's like maybe like close to 90, like people are like, oh my god, it's impossibly hot, and I'm like, sure.
No, that's how I act. Because in Minnesota, let's say like 70 degrees and sunny here. Like today was only 50 degrees. Like, actually you wouldn't know because you were sleeping. But at the peak, when it was like 1 p.m., it was so nice and like, it was like the perfect temperature. It was 50 degrees and sunny. Yeah. Like the sun was so hot that like you didn't feel cold. Like you wouldn't sweat either. But like it's 70 degrees with sun in California, I will sweat.
Really?
Like, it's hot.
Wait, 70 degrees in California?
Yeah, I start sweating.
Dude, 70 degrees in California is so nice.
That's the same as, like, nice. 90 degrees in Minnesota. It's, like, because we have clouds.
That sounds crazy.
And, like,
rain.
Oh,
yeah. Wait, is it really humid in Minnesota, would you say?
During July, yeah. Like, when it's raining, yeah.
I can imagine. Have you been to Florida? Oh, you've been to Florida.
Yeah, I have.
So what do you think about the weather over there?
Okay, I don't really remember it because I always went when it was really nice.
But it was still humid though, right? You should have.
Yeah, it was humid, but I was always a kid. I didn't care.
Oh, okay. But going back to my ranking, so it would obviously be California. I've lived here way too long. I only lived in Washington D.C. for 1 year.
Okay.
And then Arizona would be last. It was so hot in Arizona. Washington D.C. I wasn't there long enough for me to make too many memories, but I did really like how there was snow. I really like seasons, and I really like the idea of like being able to go outside and go on like snow dates or go sledding or skiing a lot. Where over here it's like you kind of have to travel pretty far if you want to do any of that stuff. But yeah, I guess if I'm older though and I'm an adult and I'm living in like Washington D.C., I'd hate the snow because I'd have to pay for all this other extra snow insurance and like have to worry about like and like cleaning my driveway and like making sure it's like salted and stuff. And I was like, oh wait, that's actually so much extra work I don't want to deal with. But yeah.
Oh my god, I was like the designated son in my household.
What?
Where I would always have to shovel.
What?
Yeah. Like, I would have to shovel the driveway. But, like, okay, maybe not anymore because of global warming.
Oh, thank God for global warming.
No, there's not a lot of snow anymore, which makes me sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that
but,
is,
like, 9th grade, there was still a shit ton of snow. Like, maybe you would get a huge snow day and it's, like, 8 inches. And I had a long driveway at the time. And my mom would be like, get to work. Like, when I was a kid, my brother and I would have already, like, been working. Like, we wouldn't have even had to been asked.
Oh my god.
So-
Dude, parents do no fucking way your mom was like, yeah, we would
So-
just do it for fun.
Yeah, so then
Oh
I
my
would get out
goodness.
there. My brother, he'd come out there with me, and he would just be playing. Because he's, like, a little younger than me.
Mm.
He would just, like, go run in the snow, have a grand old time while I'm slaving away.
Slaving
Like,
away.
and it's so heavy.
You're like 8 years old.
Yeah. No, for real.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad, but so funny.
You couldn't have been a child in Minnesota.
I honestly don't
you
think
couldn't
I
have
could.
handled it because you have to salt it.
I know.
The ice.
Yeah.
You have to try and break it with a shovel first. Like,
Oh, I didn't even know that part. I
Yeah.
thought you just throw that like.
no, because it takes a
No,
long
salt.
time for the ice to melt with salt. You have to get it to the thinnest level.
Do you know why salt melts with snow?
No.
I actually don't know. I thought. No, I was like,
Probably
really curious. Yeah.
chemicals, just like ice cream.
I'll
when
have
you
to
make
bring I'll have to bring Bill Nye onto the podcast and
Mhm.
I'll ask him that question.
it. Ooh, what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday. I really like Halloween.
That's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I think like the whole atmosphere of Halloween is like so
Mm-hmm.
unique, and like some people can only get like that one time of the year where in Christmas you can watch Christmas movies anytime, but I feel like Halloween is like the exception where it's like you have
Yeah,
to,
I literally go crazy during Halloween. I always have like 5 costumes each year.
you buy 5 costumes.
No, I already have a lot
You-
of clothes, so I just buy
you pick 'em out.
accessories.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fun. That's
like
fun.
for example, I saw Eddie once during Halloween. Actually, no, I saw you twice. No, I saw you once, but I was wearing 2 different costumes that day.
Wait, where?
Okay, at the meeting, at our Hmong and Health meeting, I was hosting with our friend Charlene, and I was,
Was that on Halloween?
yeah.
Oh, that was a
The Friday,
Tuesday?
the Friday before Halloween.
Oh, Friday. Oh, okay.
I was Little Bo Peep,
I remember now.
and
yeah.
then later at a party the same day, I was Cupid.
Oh. Where did I see you there?
Yes,
That was at
that was
Matt's
at
house?
Matt.
Matt?
Yeah,
Matt.
Matt.
Matt's place.
Lillian's boyfriend, Matt.
Oh, okay, my bad. My brain was like confused with my clubs. Okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we did see each other 2 times. Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a really fun weekend.
Mhm.
And then I remember like Halloween was actually just on a Tuesday. Did you do anything then?
I did. I went clubbing.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, but I was DD.
On midterms week. Okay. That
Mhm.
makes sense. Yeah, I wanted to do something, but I'm like, my parents, they were even asking me like, so are you gonna come back for Halloween? And I was like, it's midterms week and it's a Tuesday. I'm not coming back. So
You could have done something.
I didn't want to though.
You could
I
have
was-
just dressed up as Spider-Man and walked around campus.
I could have. There were
No.
some people who did that.
No, last Halloween there was a Michael Myers walking around campus.
Okay, that's
I
kinda
was so
crazy.
scared.
Yeah.
I was literally on the phone with my boyfriend when I saw him because I was unlocking my bike, and then I see Michael Myers walking up. Like, it's just a random guy, but he was nice because he could tell I was scared. So he
Oh.
just walked by.
Oh, he was like trying to walk around you. He's like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
he was
nice, I swear.
because he was already walking slow naturally, but he like tried to change his pace and like he tried to look less like
Like a-
Michael Myers.
like a serial killer.
Yeah, for
Okay.
real. Yeah, no, I love Halloween. I used to thrift a lot of my Halloween costumes when I was younger. Like, I was Betsy Ross one year.
Betsy Ross.
Do you know who that is?
I do. The American Hero.
Hmm. I was her for Halloween when I was like 9.
Why? Why
I don't know.
her?
I was just like into the flag. Yeah, come on.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube. People do YouTubes.
Mhm.
I feel famous now, bro.
You
You
are famous,
are.
Cedric. You are. So you're Betsy Ross.
I was.
Tell me about that.
I don't know. I just like was trick or treating with my brother,
Yeah.
and I got recognized by a lot of old women,
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
like grandmas, and everyone knew who I was.
I think because over in the... Would you say that they're more patriotic over in the Midwest than they are over here in California?
A little bit, but not a whole lot more.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was like the one year, like without a doubt, like sometimes people would mistake my costumes, I guess, because they're not like always like the store bought. Like it's like, I don't know,
Yeah,
like
you,
random
like,
accessories,
yeah.
and then like the color's a little off.
Okay.
But every single person was like, "You're Betsy Ross."
Oh, like they were like mad at you?
No,
what?
like adults
You're
were
Betsy
just like,
Ross?
"Why are you Betsy
Oh,
Ross?"
yeah, you're a 9-year-old. Like
Yeah.
you should be something like
No, but it's not anything. It's not
Wonder
that deep.
Woman, like
I just liked the
Starfire,
costume in the
Raven.
store, and I thought it was funny that it came with a little white bonnet with lace, and I wore that.
That is funny. That's like a very unique costume to be like. What were all your friends at that age?
They were like princesses.
Yeah.
I
guess you're a princess too.
No,
though.
I was princesses. I was a princess like every year until I was 7.
Oh.
I really did like princesses. I was
Yeah.
every Disney princess except I couldn't be Jasmine or Ariel because
really?
their costumes are too revealing, like
Oh,
for Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, like because of the cold.
I was like, oh.
That's what I meant.
I was thinking
like,
just
it's
because like
too
you're
cold.
so. I was guessing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you thought.
I was like, yeah, that is a little weird, but I guess not. Never mind. It's just too cold.
It's because of the cold.
Yeah.
And I would have to wear. I'm sure I have a picture
Be
actually.
like 30 degrees out, and you're like, now it's actually cold.
I have a picture. I was Minnie Mouse one year.
That's
and
fun.
I was so pissed because my mom made me wear a long sleeve underneath my costume.
It didn't make you look like Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, and it was blue.
Aw.
No, because I was like, what the hell? I don't look like Minnie Mouse anymore.
Aw. I thought you looked like Minnie Mouse. I think the costume. No, the dress. Yeah,
like,
the dress for
people-
sure.
People understood, but I was mad.
Oh,
I
you're
was
like, it's
also-
not perfect.
I know, I was 5.
Okay. That's funny. That's funny.
Actually, I might have been 7. I don't know. I'm bad at like guessing kids' ages.
Yeah, I have a picture. I'll have a picture I'll show you later.
Okay.
You'll have to come for the next episode to see that one. Okay. I was gonna ask, so what are your favorite things about the West Coast? I'm so smart.
You're like so happy with yourself.
I wrote that and I was like, oh shit, this is eating.
I really like how diverse it is here.
Yeah.
Being a racial minority in Minnesota is definitely
I can imagine.
It's crazy. Even though I'm Hmong and there's a really big Hmong population in Minnesota, it's just not the same. Because I didn't really know like a lot of. I knew Asian people, but they were mostly the same like ethnicities, like Chinese, Singaporean, like very like niche, I guess. Like I guess I had never met like a Sri Lankan person or something. Like it's not as diverse in Minnesota. So diversity, number 1. I also like the food choices. I think the food is also more diverse. Not just in ethnic foods, but American and like Italian, like European chains.
Yeah.
But I do dislike how expensive food is here, or at least to eat out.
So bad.
In Minnesota, you can get like a full meal for like $8.
No.
Like-
That's like a burger here.
No, like my friends and I love going to this Japanese place where you can get a miso soup and a huge plate of fried rice for $5. The
I love
miso soup is $2 and the fried rice is $3. But it's like a huge plate. It's the size of this. And imagine like it's a mountain of fried rice, but it's good.
Do they add like meat to it? Or is it just like just fried rice with like veggies?
Veggies.
Okay.
You can also, I think you can get a pretty good meal for like $11. Like
I can imagine,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
huge portions.
Over here, like you can't really get a meal without. Well,
Like-
it depends on where you are, but like you could spend like $18 on a meal, right?
I know, it's terrible.
But, and Kayla's heard me say this 1 quadrillion times. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
No.
The minimum wage for fast food workers. Dude, okay, I need to talk about this.
Oh my
I need to talk about
gosh,
this.
okay.
And then we need to figure out how to end it. Okay. Did you guys know that the minimum wage for fast food workers in California is going to increase to $20 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. That's crazy to me. And the reason why that's super, super crazy is because, and Kayla's heard me say this a quadrillion times.
5 times.
Yeah. What is it? I'm going into phlebotomy after I'm graduating here. And I paid $2,600 for the program. I had to do a okay. I had to do $2,600 for the program, and then I finished the trainings. I had to draw blood. I went to an externship, or I'm gonna do an externship, and then I finally get to work. And they get paid $19 an hour, and then so for fast food workers to do no training to get $20 an hour is just so insane to me.
That is insane.
Yeah.
It's okay though. It's okay.
It's all good. It's all good. I did have some more things to talk to you about. Oh, actually, I guess my last question. If you had a box, if you've had a box with everything you've ever lost from your past, what would you take out of it?
Everything I've ever lost. I'm trying to think. Maybe just like old letters from friends from middle school.
Old letters?
Just like birthday cards, and like in middle school, like my friends and I would write letters to each other all the time, like put it in each other's lockers.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
What would you pick? Something anime related?
Oh,
Is it?
I was gonna say probably my 3DS. I don't know where that is. But yeah. But that's really cute. Your answer is really cute. And looks like that's all the time we have for today. Sorry. Don't forget to hit the
Subscribe.
hit the subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. All right. Yeah, any last words?
Thanks for having me.
Of course. See you guys in the next one.